Good morning, afternoon, or evening, boys and girls. This is Miss Katharine from the Frederickson Library for another session of Craft Grab and Go. Now, for those of you who've been following along virtually, we've done a number of crafts this fall. It's been a lot of fun. And we have one more for December, and then we'll pick up again in January. So I'd like to get started. Now, you all don't know it. I don't think I told you in the last video what it was going to be. But one of the things I want to say is that Frederickson has a long history of reading the Gingerbread Man at Christmas. Some of you may have read that story or even checked out the book from the library. There are lots of different versions, but it's a really fun story to read around this time of year. And so I'm not going to read it, but we are going to have a reading that I'll tell you about. But we're going to do a craft associated with the gingerbread men. So I first want to just alert you to some little details before we get started on our craft. First of all, craft grab and go bags are usually available twice a month, and you can pick up all the contents of your bag in a bag at the Frederickson Library, usually on a Saturday. And there's a video, which I'm doing right now, that accompanies the craft, and you can follow along with the directions. So it's all free, and you can come to the children's department and pick up your bag. Now, with December, and sometimes there are little parts in the bag, like little stickers or things like that, little pieces. So if you're a small person, please make sure you have an adult doing it with you, or maybe an older sibling or a cousin or whatever. They're fun to do in groups, and they're fun for just a family. I know with all the COVID things going on, a lot of people are doing a lot of virtual things, but it's just nice to do a hands-on thing, even though you're watching this video right now. So let's get started. I want to also remind you just what's going on with the Gingerbread Man. We have a number of things. So first of all, on December 5th, which is a Saturday, you can come by the library and you can pick up your craft grab and go bag. It'll just be a little white bag with all the contents to make your craft. And then all the contents and supplies needed to make your craft. Then also we will have that day a cookie bag where you can take home a gingerbread cookie and ice it and put on decorations, and they're so cute. Usually we do that at the library, but you can have fun with your family doing it. And of course you can always add more sprinkles and more just yummy things on the top, as long as your adult lets you. So that'll be a lot of fun. Then also, to go with the whole gingerbread theme, is we're going to have a virtual reading of the Gingerbread Man, and staff at the Frederickson Children's Department will be reading the story and using just fun props, and it'll be a lot of fun. So tune in for that. That will not be on December 5th. That will be on Wednesday, December 9th at 6 p.m. via Zoom. Now, all of these things you have to register for. So we're trying to keep, just because we want to know how many bags to make and all that. So we're asking that you register for all three. And if you go to the Frederickson website, which you already probably have at this point if you're watching this, you can register there. And then again, we'll pick up in January with just our regular craft grab and go. So I think that's all for right now. And just if you want to watch the video, it's on At Home Fun in Frederickson Library, and just click on the link. Will take you to the video. It's also on Facebook. So I just want to briefly review what the Gingerbread Story. I'm not going to tell you everything because I don't want to give it away, but now, how many of you have eaten gingerbread cookies? I know I can't see your hands, but they're popular around this time. And if you go into a bakery almost anywhere around this time, you'll see a gingerbread boy and girl. And they come in sizes, different sizes sometimes, really big, really small. Or maybe you've made gingerbread men with cookie cutters at home. That's a lot of fun. I've done that too. The gingerbread men that we're going to make are not cookies, but you can do that at home. So the Gingerbread Man story takes place, there's a woman and a man, a husband and wife, and they are the woman is baking cookies, and she's making gingerbread man, and the gingerbread man escapes from the oven and runs away. And so he runs, and they're like, oh my goodness, we need to follow him. So they follow him, and then different people throughout the story try to catch him, and he goes, I'm the gingerbread man, I'm as fast as, or catch me if you can. And it's just a cute little jingle. And then at the end, he meets an animal, and there's a little bit of a surprise. So I'm not going to give you the end of the story, but you can check out that Gingerbread Man book from our Frederickson Library, or any library. Almost all the libraries have them. And then there are little spin-offs on the Gingerbread Man, different cute stories. And I've included a list in your bag of different gingerbread stories. So that's it. Now, you know Miss Kay, and she always likes to start with a joke and end with a couple of jokes and fun facts about whatever topic we're studying. So excuse me, I will start with the jokes first. So, what did the gingerbread man put under his blanket? A cookie sheet. All right, how about why did the basketball player love gingerbread man cookies so much? He could dunk them. Okay, and you do that with a basketball, dunk right into the hoop, or dunk your cookies. Now, I love cookies dunked in milk. Not necessarily my gingerbread cookies, but like Oreos and other things. So, and the last one, why did the gingerbread man go to the school nurse? Now, some of you, if you're a little bit older, you might have gone to the school nurse if you're not feeling well. He went because he was feeling crummy or crumbly. And you know cookies crumble. All right, now just some cool gingerbread facts. So did you know that gingerbread men are made with a spice called ginger? And ginger grows as a root. It's all gnarly. I wish I had a piece. Usually we have some in our refrigerator because we cook a lot with it. And it's spicy. And they make ginger candies and all kinds of things. So ginger's used quite a bit. All right, it has a distinct smell and a distinct flavor. So maybe your adult has ginger in the house. You can ask to smell it. And it's kind of knobby, and you sort of have to peel it. All right, I usually like to give you the largest whatever we're studying. So the world's largest gingerbread man was made by the staff of IKEA. IKEA is a furniture store in Oslo, Norway on November 9th, 2009. Can you guess how much the gingerbread weighed? You just guess and tell your parent. The gingerbread man weighed 1,435 pounds. That's a lot of pounds. You'd have to put a bunch of people on a scale to get that kind of reading. All right. Do you know back in the 16th century, boys and girls, that's a long time ago, in England, which is another country, the first queen, her name was Queen Elizabeth, had her bakers now as a queen, you have bakers that work for you, right? Make gingerbread cookies, and they shaped and decorated them to look like her guests at parties and banquets. So she must have been studying her guests, or maybe she had the bakers study the guests, as maybe they served the food, or the servers came back and told the bakers what the guests looked like. So that must have been a fun cookie to see. We don't quite make them that fancy these days. All right. Also, gingerbread treats, not necessarily cookies, but it could have been, were popular at festivals in medieval times. Ladies would give knights pieces of gingerbread before competitions to bring them luck. Excuse me, I'm going to turn this off.
Call from Didata. Call from Didata.
Sorry about that. So she had them decorated like guests at parties and banquets. Oh yeah, gingerbread treats were popular at festivals in medieval times. Ladies would give knights pieces of gingerbread before the competitions to bring them good luck. Now, gingerbread, when I think of gingerbread, I usually think of Christmas time or, holiday time. But June 5th and November 21st are National Gingerbread Day. And Nuremberg, Germany is the gingerbread capital of the world. And so they must have a lot of gingerbread there, and they make it. And I'm sure it smells just wonderful in that town. I don't know if I'd want to smell gingerbread all year round, but certainly for a while it'd be really good. How about you? Do you like gingerbread? All right, let's get started. Now we're going to make gingerbread men out of craft materials. So I'm going to show you one that I made. This is my little gingerbread man. Now he's a little different because I made a prototype. And so, but the one we're going to make is very similar. Or this is actually a gingerbread girl. And this is a gingerbread boy. Now I don't know if you can see, the gingerbread boy has like shorts on and the gingerbread girl has a little skirt on. The gingerbread boy has a bow tie and the gingerbread girl has a hair tie, hair tie. What's it called? I can't think of the name. But anyways, so we are going to make these. Let's get started. I'm just going to move over all my stuff and I hope you can see okay. Okay, so I am going to bring this over real carefully. I have all my stuff. Ooh. Okay, and I'm dropping a little bit. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to shake this all off and start with what I have here. So I have my gingerbread man. Now it's a real thin little foam paper. So you've probably, if you've done crafts, you've probably used thicker foam to make shapes and cutouts and flowers and things like that. So here's my gingerbread man. Now, what we need to do is we need to give him a face, we need to give him clothes, we need to decorate him up. So let's start from the top down. So first of all, I'm going to just put one out here so you can kind of see it. So here we go. So we need to put on his hair. All right, so let's put on his hair. So what I did is I made little prototypes, and you can cut them out. Now I recommend cutting inside the black line, but you, like I said in the other videos, you can do whatever you want. You can use your imagination. You can color it in with crayon, or you can paint it in. You can put wild hair, purple hair, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead. Now, I've cut mine out, and I'm going to go ahead and put my glue on. So here's my glue. Always good to have glue and scissors when you start. All right. This is clear Elmer's glue. Some is clear, some is not. And again, if you have craft glue, it does work better, but this works just fine. And I didn't put glue in each of your bags, but if you need some glue, please ask a librarian and they'll be more than happy to give you a little glue container. So I'm going to put my little hair on right up at the top. Again, I'm pressing down. Do you see? Here's my head, my hair. Okay. Now, you know what? I'm just thinking about it. Little gingerbread men, they might not have white hair, right? I tend to think of older people as having beautiful white hair. But you know what? That's why you can color it in. But I think it looks cute for Christmas, like red and green and white. It looks very, very Christmassy, or very holiday, I should say. All right, now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my eyes on. Do you see? I have eyes. Okay, so I'm going to get my glue. Now, this is where I would say if you have craft glue, I use it because the eyes just don't really like to stay on with just regular glue. But if you're patient and you wait, they certainly will. So I get a little Q-tip and I put a little glue on the back of the eye. and then just pop it right down. Okay. 1. And you don't need a lot because it'll start to sort of come out the sides, and you don't want that. You don't want your glue to show. 2. Okay, now I have my eyes on. Now the next thing which you can do, which I forgot to get my magic marker, is you can draw a smile on the gingerbread man. So sorry about this. I'm going to quick go get my marker. Okay, and I'm going to draw a happy face. All right, so I'm going to do that right here. And you can make it a big smile, a little smile, any kind of smile. You can draw teeth, whatever you want. But I just put just a simple smile. Now, what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to put 2 little rosy cheeks, but I'm not going to put those on till the end. So the next thing working down is my bow tie. Now, this one has a little polka dotted bow tie, but I went ahead and I made red and green bow ties like this. Okay, and you can cut them out. You have them in your bag. I'm just going to cut off a little bit of the white here because I like it not showing the white. I'm kind of a little fussy that way. Again, you can do it any way you want. You don't see bow ties too much. That's too bad. But they're kind of fun. Okay, so now I have my bow tie. I'm going to glue that on. Again, because this is such a small thing, we don't want much glue on it. But the nice thing about clear Elmer's is that you don't see it. Okay, so now I'm going to glue my bow tie down, and I glue it pretty close to his mouth. And you want to center it, make it nice, and press it down. Okay, now I have my bow tie. Now the next thing are the buttons. All right, and you should have 3 or 4 little black buttons that you can use, and they're just peel and stick. You know, they're peel off. So I'm going to put those on, and I'm going to put them pretty close because I need room for his pants. So I'm going to just put them right here. 1. 2. 3. Okay, now I have my little buttons. All right, now for the gingerbread boy. Now this at this point you can decide to make a gingerbread boy or a gingerbread girl. We didn't have enough to give everybody 2. So what I do is I included a little piece of fabric tape, our sort of holiday, and I take it and I cut like a little part out for the legs. So I make pants, all right? And so what you can do is you can put this on here. And you can, now I made it bigger than the gingerbread. So what I can do is I can trace around the back where the legs go and then cut that off. All right, that's excess. And then just go ahead and cut the middle out of my pants. Now, since I have these nice pants, I'm going to just use them. All right, I had cut them out. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these on. So boys, it's not Thanksgiving yet. It will be this week. And then after Thanksgiving, we have Christmas. And then the New Year begins. And there are a lot of other holidays that people celebrate or have been celebrating. So the beautiful thing is there are just a lot of different holidays that people celebrate. So that's really nice. And you can celebrate them with your family or your friends. So family and friends. So now I put glue. I put a little bit of glue on and I put my pants on. Or I put the pants on the gingerbread man. Okay. Glue them right down. Whoops. Okay, here you go. He's got his little pants. It almost looks like he has a little pocket right there. Okay, and now I'm going to take, this is called Rickrack. Can you see it? Rickrack. And it's just like a zigzag piece of fabric, a ribbon, I should say. And people don't use it much in sewing now, but it was used a lot when I was a kid in like shirts or tops, and they come in different colors. So we are going to put these on his arms and legs to give him a little spiff. All right. Now I used paper on this one, but I'm going to use the real thing on this. So I'm going to just get my little plate. It's good to have a little plate where you can put glue on. And I'm going to put glue on here. And actually, you know, for me, I think it's just easier. I'm going to use my fingers to get glue on the back. All right. And now I'm going to just put it on here. It's going to be a little bit longer than the arm is. And I did that purposefully so then you can cut it off. Do you see? It goes a little bit past the arm. Maybe it will on either side, and then you can cut that off. All right. I do my next one. And you should have 4 pieces to do the arms and the legs. So you can do your arms first. And then your legs, or his legs, not your legs. Okay. Oops. This one is a little short. And do you know what? I'm missing a little piece of rickrack. I'll come back to that. I just don't have it here. Oh, here. Here it is. I need to cut. I don't know. I had one. Somehow it disappeared. Okay, so cut my little piece of rickrack off. Put some glue on it. Okay. Whoops. Lay it down on my gingerbread man. It's also good, maybe you want a paper towel because this can get kind of messy, and that way you can wash your hands. Okay, now I've got my little rickrack on. He's looking very cute, isn't he? So now I'm going to just cut my rickrack off. Just from the back, and be careful. You don't want to cut your gingerbread man. So I kind of hold it, and this might be for an adult. And you know what? My rickrack is just not wanting to hold. So, do you know what, boys and girls? I'm not going to cut it now because I'm afraid the rickrack has to just lay on there and glue itself on a little better. So, now I have my man. Now I'm going to put some little sparkles on. You know, I love sparkles, and sparkles always make it a little more festive. So I have green and red sparkles. So I used green on the top and red on the bottom. You can use green on the bottom and red on the top, or you can mix them up. It does not matter. So maybe for this one, I'll put red on the top. These are peel off. Okay, you should have 4. And I just put them right on the Rickrack, kind of in the middle. Right on top. Like that. Okay? I think we had these, yeah, I used these for the Thankful book, if you did the Thankful book, but they were yellow. So it's the same thing, but just different colors. Okay, and now I get the green one. Whoops, uh-oh. Now some of them may come off. I lost one, but geez. You know what? Okay, these are coming off individually. I don't know why, but then you can just kind of glue them on one at a time. I don't know why that happened. Okay. Green, and last but not least is my last green one. And let's see if I can get all of these off at once. No, they don't want to come off either. Oh, feisty guys. So I have to do them one by one, which you may have to. And again, watch out if you have little brothers and sisters. These are very small pieces. Okay, and here's my cute little gingerbread man. Now, I told you the last thing I want to do is 2 little cute cheeks. All right? Do you know when you go out in the cold, right, and you're running around, your cheeks get red, all blood goes to your cheeks, and it makes people look really nice, I think. So we're going to give our gingerbread man a little bit of zip on his face. So again, you know what I found is these little balls, if you just dip them in some glue, that's easier than trying to get the glue on by yourself. And this is where it's good to have a fair amount of glue on here, because for some reason they don't stick super well if you have not too much glue. Okay, so grab it. You may need an adult to kind of hold that and do it, or you may be a pro at this. Okay, trying to get at the end of my glue here. All right, now I'll put this here. Okay, and then press down on your little pom-poms. And there we go. Doesn't that look adorable? Okay, boys and girls, I believe we are done with our craft. Oh, let me show you. So if you're going to do a skirt, I have just a, well, for both the boy and the girl, I gave you like a rectangle. So you're going to cut the little V out for the boy's pants. And if it's a girl, you just place it on here. Okay, let's just pretend this is a girl. And again, I draw on the back. I sort of follow the contour lines on the back and draw out, and then it becomes a skirt. So you can decide which one you want to make. All right, and then you can make more. You can take brown construction paper or buy some more foam. It's not called faux board, but you know, foam craft sort of paper, and make some more. All right. And if you make a gingerbread house with your adult, you could even have these near the gingerbread house. I know I've made gingerbread houses with my kids, and that's a lot of fun, but you really need an adult to do that to help you along. So, but you can do amazing things. And do you know at the farm show every year, they have gingerbread houses, and they're really cool. They're really elaborate. They make them out of all kinds of candy. So, you know, I look at them and I think, oh, that looks so delicious to eat. All right, so I think we are done. However, I'm going to finish up with the last few jokes, and I hope you enjoyed this craft. And I look forward to seeing you again in January. Have a wonderful holiday. I hope you get to spend some time with your extended family. Although you may just be at home with your immediate family, given all the restrictions. But that too can be fun. So take care, and let me end with some gingerbread jokes. All right, so what did the gingerbread man say to the bag of flour? I love you. I loaf you dough much. Instead of I love you so much, I loaf like a bread a loaf. You dough much, because there's dough. Dough is usually associated with bread making, but it's also dough can be, usually we call batter is the thing we make cookies out of, and dough is the thing that bread is made out of. But I thought that was cute. Now the last one, how did the gingerbread man treat his injured leg? Maybe he fell down while he was running away. He iced it. Okay, and you know gingerbread cookies are fun to ice. So, and if you have if you hurt yourself, sometimes you can put ice on the boo-boo and it'll reduce the swelling and it'll make you feel better. So, thank you, boys and girls. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will see you next time for Craft, Grab, and Go. And don't forget to stop by the library. The library is open. You can come and check out children's books, or you can put them on hold and read them all through the holiday. I'll be interested to hear, if you ever get into the library, what books you liked. And maybe you have a favorite gingerbread man story. I would love to hear that. Or you might want to make your own. Children are great writers and have great imagination. So I'm sure some of you are already writing, maybe, or will write your own gingerbread stories. So take care. Anyways, see you later. Alligator in a while, crocodile.